guys, Carolina Fort Worth, and this video is about lady tyrants. And at the end of this video, you're going to tell me which lady tyrant was the absolute worst. Number 1, lady number 2, or lady number 3. Let me know in the comments. Here we go. Lady number 1, who should not have become a cop. She likes to tell other people how to raise their children.
Are you aware that we're in a stay-at-home order right now?
Yeah, obviously.
By the government?
Yes, I am aware.
Okay, you're aware of that?
I am aware.
So I don't need to explain that to you?
No, you don't need to explain that to me.
Okay, I can if you need me to.
Go. You can because your officer was just here 2 weeks ago.
Okay, do you need me to
and
explain
he
it to you or
explained
no?
it to me that you guys weren't enforcing that order.
Oh, we're about to.
Okay.
So you understand it though?
Okay, so why are you here?
Because your daughter is going to play at other people's home and you're allowing it to happen.
They were over here as well, so...
Okay.
Are you here?
They've been talked to
okay.
about it. So
no, I understand.
You,
okay.
And so either you can acknowledge it or you can argue.
I'm acknowledging it.
Okay, stop having your kid go by other people's home.
Okay, I acknowledge it. Anything
Good.
else?
Nope, that was it. Apparently there was some other
I
issue
acknowledged it. I acknowledged
okay,
it.
Good.
Anything else?
Yeah, I need your last name. Amy, what's your last name?
I'm not. Is there a reason you're asking for
I'm
it?
adding you to the screen so we can document that we had contact with you.
Is there a reason for it?
Yep, because you're violating the state order, which is a...
If you let me finish, that's what I'm explaining to you. Because you're violating an order.
I haven't violated an order.
We're going to have documentation in our screen with your name because we're here talking to you about that you said you just acknowledged.
Okay.
So then there's documentation.
I would like to see the law that requires me to give you that information.
Thank you.
Because I haven't...
What is your middle initial?
I don't believe that I'm required to give that to you.
Like, why be immature and play games?
Because I believe this is harassment. I haven't done anything wrong. I went over there to get the dogs.
To interrupt a situation.
I'm upset because you told my daughter...
When there's law enforcement at somebody's home dealing with a situation, that is not a time for someone to walk up and confront an officer.
I did not confront you.
What do you call that?
What do I call what? Because I came over there to get the dogs? This is the situation.
Up to me at my
I was
squad,
upset.
confronting me.
No, I did not confront you. I went over there to get the dogs. I asked you why you had my daughter hang up the phone when she was on the call with me. Now, I got a phone call from my daughter that she was somewhere and the police was there. Of course, my reaction is to be concerned. Do I need to come get her or is she able to come home? I don't want her somewhere where there is the police.
She walks all over the place all day long barefoot. So why would you have to come get her when you could see her right from your porch?
Because the police are there. So are we done here?
And you can see her from your porch.
Are we done here?
She shouldn't be anywhere.
Are we done here?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Your middle initial and your last name.
I'm not giving it to you. I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay. Perfect. We got it.
Okay.
And that'll be documented too that you're uncooperative.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If your daughter's out.
Okay.
Lady number 2, who should never have been a cop, actually was on a cop watch that Harvey FREEBIRD and I did. This woman cried out interference throughout the whole thing, even though we weren't. Then, 2 months after the fact, they came to Fort Worth and arrested us. If you think number 2 is the worst one, make sure you put a number 2 in the comments.
I'm not interfering. Interfering is a physical act. Interfering is a physical act. Go back to work. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. 38.15 says I have to be interfering in a physical manner. Ma'am, Houston versus Hill says speech cannot be interfering, ma'am. Houston versus Hill. This is Turner versus Driver. Turner versus Driver says I am allowed to film you. I am not interfering. You put your hands on me, you will get sued. You go right ahead and make my day. You need to learn the law. You're using prior restraint with your light. Ma'am, Turner versus Driver. What you say is not the law. Just because we want your supervisor here now. Supervisor now. Supervisor now. Name and badge number. Supervisor now. Get your supervisor here now. You are out of control. Go back to work and leave us alone. Turner versus driver says 15 feet, ma'am. You cannot tell us where to stand. No, you can't. We want your supervisor here now. Supervisor now. Get your supervisor here now.
I want y'all on that curb over there. If you don't get on that curb, you're going to get the rest of the This grass area over here is where I want you to stand. If you get any closer, you're considered interfering with my investigation.
You don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't.
You've been told where to stand.
You are.
About to be placed
I want your supervisor here now.
Stand not in the parkway. Right there, sir.
Get your supervisor here now.
Come any closer.
I want your name and badge number and supervisor. Name and badge number. It's your policy by the department to identify.
What's the public license sir, for everybody in danger?
She refuses to identify, sir. I want to file a complaint on her. I want to file an on-site complaint on her. Sir, have you ever heard of Turner versus driver, sir? That gives us the right to do what we're doing. You cannot tell us where to stand. I want her name and badge number and her supervisor now. I am filing an on-site complaint on her.
Woman number 3. She's one of those women that have a huge bark to make up for her small size, and she demands respect because she knows what's right about the First Amendment, and that means that Long Island audits cannot photograph anything in their village.
He's been nodding. You go back. He's been nodding and smiling the whole time because he honors his oath.
Name and badge number, please.
Irvine? 16? 216. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Take it easy. Thanks. You too. You too. I'll definitely be fighting that code because it's unconstitutional. Ma'am, respectfully. Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, I'm definitely on a public sidewalk right now. So if are you telling me you're going to arrest me if I
never said arrest. I asked you to go up to see the court clerk. Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
I asked you to go
I'm not.
see the court, not the court clerk, the village clerk.
Yeah.
To get permission to videotape. I'm asking you nicely to stop videotaping.
You haven't been nice since you got in here. Can I ask you a question, ma'am? Oh, and then I'll go up there.
No, I'm not answering any more questions. I'm telling you to go see the
Well, I'm going to ask you anyway. I'm going to ask you anyway. What happens when you violate a code? What are the repercussions for violating Larchmont Village? Yes.
It is actually an arrest.
It's an arrestable offense.
You get a DAT and you have to appear in court on the
Can you give me one of those?
I'm not giving you an arrest ticket right now, no.
But I'm not.
I'm giving you a warning to go see the court clerk.
I would like an arrest ticket.
We don't give them out when people ask for them.
So I'm continuing to film. I'm breaking the code. So if you're saying that I can't film, I'm on a public sidewalk. Let me make that very clear. I'm on a public sidewalk. And if it's against the code for me to film.
You are filming in the back lot where there is police apparatus.
So ma'am.
I asked you multiple times to go see.
I understand that, ma'am. So I would invite you to write me up on the code, ma'am. I would invite you to do that because it's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional, ma'am. It's unconstitutional, and I would invite you to write me up on it. I am not. I am not. I am not even on village property anymore.
Well, the sidewalk technically belongs to the village.
It technically belongs to the people, ma'am.
It doesn't belong to the people. It belongs to
Ma'am,
the village.
I'm gonna try and be reasonable here. It's not against you. It's against that code, and I'm gonna continue to film what I could see from public.
Stop videotaping into the police lot.
Ma'am, I'm not gonna stop doing that because this is unconstitutional.
I'm gonna ask you to go see the village clerk to obtain a permit to continue videotaping.
Ma'am, I'm gonna stick up for what I believe in here. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in freedom of press. So if you need to write me, if you need me, if you would like to, you can arrest me or write your ticket of arrest, whatever that is. I invite you to do that. Whatever you need to do. I'm not moving from here, ma'am. I'm not moving from here.
Okay, guys, which one's it going to be? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Make your choice. Put it in the comments. Which is the worst one?